Hey everybody, this is Steve Moore, owner of Run More, this beautiful brick and mortar running shop located in Westminster, Maryland. Today we'll be talking about the brand new Altra Torin 6. Thank you so much for checking out our channel. If you could, do a like and subscribe. It really helps us find new people out there in the interwebs. So today, the Altra Torin 6. First, if you're new to Altra in general, a couple little things about their shoes that are different from some of the other brands that we're carrying on the wall right now. First, they all have this rounded foot-shaped toe box, which is great. If you're somebody who has a wider foot, maybe dealing with a little bit of neuropathy, it just sort of makes logical sense to put your foot in a shoe that's shaped like your foot. I always find it interesting when people will come in shoes that are more like elfy, a little more pointed, and they'll talk about losing sensation in their, when they're running, they'll get the burning feeling, they'll lose sensation, they'll get this tingling feeling, and a lot of that's just due to lack of circulation in there. And we've really had a lot of success putting people in shoes like an Altra, or just shoes that have a little more of a rounded toe box in general, just to help with that natural splay when you're running and walking. All Altra shoes also are a zero drop, meaning their heel and toe are on a level platform. They still have an arch in them, but they're actually on more of a level, they're on a level playing field. All of their shoes are built that way. So most of the traditional running shoes that you see out there that we carry, they all have a bit of a pitch to them, a bit of a ramp. Anywhere between 4 to 6 is pretty popular. A lot of the other shoes out there are like in that 8 to 12 range, depending on which brand you're looking at. But these are all nice and level and even to kind of help with what they call balance cushioning. So the Altra Torin 6. This shoe is what's called a max cushion neutral. So this on the Altra family is the most cushioned shoe that you're going to find for somebody with medium to high arches. So if you're somebody who finds themselves running down the middle or maybe even a little bit to the outside of their shoe, this is sort of a good model for you to find yourself in. If you're somebody who rolls to the inside, maybe you're more flat-footed, there's probably better options out there in the Altra family. Something like a Provision or a Paradigm is going to give you a little bit more arch support on that medial side. But if you're somebody who finds yourself a neutral cadence runner, this is going to be a great option for you. It has that nice rounded foot-shaped toe box we were talking about, but it has a really nice tall stack height, 28 millimeters to be exact, of their nice, light, fluffy Ego midsole. This midsole is designed to do a couple things. It's really nice and light and bouncy. So when you kind of sink into it, people talk about how plush it feels. It feels really soft, but it also has these these bouncy midsole feel to it. What's the word I'm looking for? Rebound. You're looking to have a little bit more rebound in the shoe. So when you're running, you sort of have a nice dichotomy of sinking into the shoe and yet still feeling yourself pop when you're running into it. It's nice, especially if you're doing longer distance run. You're not sort of sinking into the shoe all the way. You have a little bit coming out of your stride as well, which we all like. So this shoe has a couple big changes from the previous version. And the previous version was a popular shoe. It actually, when you compare it to all models in that same family, that max cushion neutral shoe against sales across the country, it really did very good, considering there was one flaw that was really sort of a hindrance on, I think, even more growth of this shoe. And if you ran in the 5 already in the reviews, you know what I'm talking about. It was the toe, the little top of the tongue here. This was really sharp. For some reason, I don't know how it made it through all of the designs, but it had this piece here that was very sharp and it bugged people. You could see when people would tie it up sometimes, it would almost cut into them. We'd have people ask if they can cut across it, if they should lace it higher. So that was addressed, and believe you me, they heard it from shops like mine, they heard it from customers like you out there, and they made the appropriate changes on version 6. So now when you look at it, it has this little soft piece to the top of it. I mean, it almost feels like felt, especially once you feel it, it will be felt. See what I did there? So that has made a big difference when you're popping it on your foot. It's not bugging you whatsoever. It was a nice, simple addition that people were asking for and they did fix. Also, when you're sort of comparing this to the previous generation of this shoe, they made a big difference on the heel cup. So now we have this more molded fit and even more of like a V shape that's going to hold your foot in a little bit better in place. It has more of that little slide-in feel that's been popular and a more of a tonal, like a pinch along the side. Not in a bad way, but just more to give you a little bit more of a molded perfect foot feel when you slide this foot in. So you're not going to have any type of slippage that you might find. When you have a shoe like this that's real sort of flat around the heel, and we heard it when people would pop it on, not everybody obviously, but we had people that would say like they felt like they're kind of stepping out of the shoe a little bit. And that was a reason why we did a lot of people, we would do the heel lock technique, and it had that back eye hole on the previous version on the 5. And so people would do the marathon loop and kind of pinch that in. That back eye hole has been eliminated on the 6. So they kind of did two things. They removed that top eyelet but they did kind of fix the heel a little bit to prevent some of that slippage. So just kind of be aware of that. If you're somebody who always does that, you're not going to have the option on the 6. They've also added just a little bit more padding through the tongue in general on this shoe, so it fits and feels a little bit better. I will say the width on this guy, this is what's called a standard width. We get asked, of all the Altra questions we get asked the most on, is the width of the shoe. This shoe, like the previous version, is a standard width Altra. It's right smack in the middle. So this kind of fits in line with like the Altra Paradigm or something like the Timp or the Provision, where it's right smack in the middle. On the road side, if you're somebody who's looking for a road shoe, an ultra road shoe, but you want the widest version out there, you're going to probably want to look at the Escalante 3. This is technically what's called an original fit ultra. So this is going to be the widest road shoe of all ultra shoes, the Escalante 3. The Torin is right smack in the middle as a standard fit. They will make this in a wide version though. So this shoe will come as the only ultra road shoe that will have a width option. On the men's side, it will fit closer to like a 4E. And on the women's side, it's going to fit closer than to a D. So I actually have these two colors because these are the versions that will be available in standard and wide. There's only going to be one color available in wide. So this is a men's shoe that you'll be able to get in a standard or a wide fit. And this is the female version that you're going to get in a standard or a wide fit. Not hateful colors, not hateful colors at all. So it will be available in 4 colors on men and 4 colors on women with one wide option. This shoe is going to be available at $160, so it did go up by $10, but as you've probably seen across the board on all the running shoes, not that we carry, that every brand that's out there has gone up a little bit, so this guy's going to $160. But I'll say, as far as durability goes, the previous versions have done very well for durability on the Torin family. You know, this has been a super popular version, a shoe for them over the years. And, you know, years ago they had a Torin and a Torin Plush and a 3.5, and they kind of streamlined everything, made one model, just a Torin, and it's been super popular for us. And I know for Altra in general, the previous version was very successful. And I think with the additional changes of this, there's no reason to think this won't be a great shoe to put in your arsenal. Again, for somebody who might need a little bit extra width, who wants to try something a little more natural with that zero drop feeling, and somebody with medium to high arches, it should be a great option. If you have any questions on this shoe or any other shoe, feel free to leave it down below. We certainly appreciate it. And if you want to purchase this shoe, go ahead and put in promo code RUNMORE, just one word at checkout on our website, and we'll have a link down below to this shoe. Put in promo code RUNMORE and you'll save 10% on this, and we'll ship it out for free. Thank you so much. Happy running, and as always, we will see you around town.